NSB Custom Building Relocation Services. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Trick's getting it over there up against the fence. How do we do that?
Hey everybody, get y'all caught up on where I'm at. I've been working on the Pontiac. We've got the hole where the AC would come through, that big square hole. I put a brand new plate, welded it all in, and got the mud put on there. So we're gonna be sanding this off, get it ready so I can get it painted back. But we got another little project going on. We got a fuel filter change on this truck out here. This is a 2019 Ram 3/4 ton. So we're going to show you what's going on with that. So this be the truck that we're working on. We've got a pan set up to drain the fuel out of the fuel filter. It only comes a little short hose. It goes right on top of the rear end. Didn't want that to happen. This is actually a 2018. I made that mistake a while ago.
I'll put it in there.
You can throw that in there.
All right, hopefully you can see this good, but basically what you have to do, like he said, we got a extension hose running from that drain plug down at the bottom. That way diesel doesn't run all the way over the rear end. But what you have to do, we're going to crack this loose to drain the diesel out. God dang.
You sure is that way you turn it? You had it tight. That rubber ring down the bottom, the whole canister spinning, ain't it?
Yeah, I had to get a big long extension down on here. This thing was pretty tight. It is 1 1/8. I think somebody else said it could be 28 millimeter as well, so. There's the cap.
Millimeter, either one.
And we got the oil filter out. Fuel filter.
That's the cap to the canister. And it was down there quite tight. Isn't there a rubber seal on top of this?
No, it's already still on here. That's why I need a pick to grab
Yes,
it. You got a pick to grab it off.
See, the seal's either going to stay in here or stay on the canister, but you need to find that seal and not double up on it because you will have a leak if not. 1 1/8, and you said what,
28 millimeter.
28 millimeter, either one.
All right. Anytime you deal with O-rings, always a little bit of grease, lube these things up. Don't, they're going to catch, they're going to bind up, and then it's going to be leak, and diesel's nasty.
You'll put it in the cap? You got a ring for it on that?
Yep.
Put the cap on.
Hopefully you can see this, but you got an O-ring. It's the O-ring we were talking about right here. Pop one off. So O-ring's going back on.
It's still running? Why ain't it running? Want me to make it run? All right, O-ring is on.
Hope you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see. I'm using a GoPro here. Hopefully that turns out all right. And then we're gonna drop our new fuel filter in. Pop her on down there. And then back with the cap. And this is plastic, so don't go wild.
Yeah, they only use the breaker bar a mile long to tighten it.
Yeah.
You screw on by hand most of the way.
Yep. And there goes the bolt.
Down in the box with oil.
Okay. All right, now we gotta. Don't forget to close your valve, and the front's done, and on to the back.
Had to get a long extension. This job's starting to be hard for me.
All right, now we're back here into the back. You can see this is the water separator part. So you got that blue wire up there for the sensor. You got to unplug yet. Basically what we're gonna do, this is your drain plug. I'm gonna try to get a little hose or something on this. I'm gonna crack that, let it drain. And then this whole assembly here will come off, and we'll get it in there and remove this sensor, put it in the new filter, come back and put this on. Really don't look like it's gonna be all that bad. And this is located pretty much, easiest way to get to it's between the muffler and the drive shaft.
Now the drain pan.
And it's probably not going to pour out all over me. I don't know which one's which. I think that would be loosened. Yeah.
There she goes. I don't go too much. You're kind of doing it like a funnel.
Huh, maybe blocking.
Doing camera work also. Pretty much just like removing an oil filter.
Yep, well, it is a big oil filter, really.
So it did have a wire on it we had to unplug. Which you can see spinning around and around on the bottom of it. Somebody off that rubber by now.
There she goes. Beware full of the wire.
Bring that dress in case a little bit coming out of it. Oh, she still got fuel in it. Oh!
All in my face.
Like, where'd all that come from after draining it? Had to come off the top, or the line. Got it all over the drive shaft. There's no way about changing these without making a mess. So pretty much on the oil filter, you take your pair of channel locks, which I've already loosened this. Get on there, and it's just gonna screw off. It's got an O-ring around it, which we got a new one. So take that one off. You got to pick. What are you doing? Oh. That's a new one? I didn't even see you grab it.
Oil it up. Grease the O-rings up.
It wasn't real tight. I used the channel lock to loosen it.
Again, this is plastic, so everybody be careful. Snug her up. O-rings don't have to be super tight anyway. Bring it back under the vehicle. Again, just like an oil filter. A little bit of oil, or as I always use grease. Don't matter. Oil, grease, pretty much the same thing. All right, we're ready to go back on. Things hold your mouth right. This is something I never do with oil filters, but I've seen the guys doing this. Give it a little snug. It helps if you had a bigger oil filter wrench. Now,
It ain't going nowhere. Plug your wire back in.
easier said than done.
That screen keeps going black.
And then she's plugged in. Make sure she's tight. All right, I'll come back under here in a second, make sure there ain't no leaks. Just turn it to run. You know, don't start the vehicle, just turn it on. Let the fuel pump run. Let it come on. Turn it back off. Everybody says something a little different. Some people say just 3 times. Others say, people say 5 to 10. So I'm gonna do it 5 or 6, and then we'll see if she starts up. All right, so this is about my 10th time. I'll go ahead and see if she'll fire up.
It didn't
Took
like
a little bit. It didn't like it.
It didn't like it. That's pretty good for a diesel.
Mine ain't that easy.
All right, and only other thing we got left is we got in the maintenance thing here, if I can find it. Fuel filter life. Hold right to reset. Okay to confirm. It's back 99%. We should be good to go. We'll let her run a little bit, check for any leaks, and that should be done. That was a pretty easy job. Wasn't too bad, as long as you don't mind smell of diesel. You might get a little bit on you here and there, but not too bad. Dealership wants, down here at least, $450 to do that. This is our first time ever doing it, and it took, what, 30 minutes? Fairly easy.
Hard work for me, man. Hard work.
Yeah, like I said, as long as you can stand the smell of diesel and the guy can crawl underneath the vehicle, easy to do. And we did it out here, like you said, we did it out here. We didn't have a lift, anything. Like I said, it's pretty easy to do.
Plywood lay on.
Yeah. So I'd recommend anybody save you $350 because the filters are right at about $100, a little less. So that's pretty much it. And it runs, thank God.
I know it. That's me. Be cracking them lifter or bleeders loose. It actually runs. So this will be all for this video. Till next time, don't forget to like us.